The Disney Channel presents Comedy Tonight.
The following presentation has been closed captioned.
Hey, let's exchange the gifts now.
Sure.
The Honeymooners' First Christmas. Hosted by Paul Reiser.
Welcome to the Honeymooners' First Christmas. They say the holidays are special for the very young. Well, television itself was in its infancy in December of 1951, when Ralph and Alice Kramden shared their first holiday with a television audience. When Jackie sat down with his writers during that first season on television, he wanted to do something unique for the audience. I guess it wasn't enough that he was doing a very funny, totally live variety show that had quickly become one of the most popular shows on TV. No, this had to be something really special. Now, Jackie had already established a group of characters that the audience loved. Reggie Van Gleason, the poor soul, Fenwick Babbitt, Joe the bartender, well, you probably know them all. So what is so special about the Honeymooners' Christmas? Jackie Gleason took his favorite characters and put them all into the first long-form sketch the Honeymooners had ever done, which was broadcast live on December 21st, 1951. The show is full of surprises, and I'll be back to share some other fascinating notes with you, but let's join Jackie Gleason and his co-stars Art Carney, Joyce Randolph, and Pert Kelton as Alice in the very first Honeymooners' Christmas.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very funny nose. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. La, 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 la.
Well, baby, I got the potato salad. Gee, everything looks great.
Well, I'm glad you think so, because you weren't any help.
What do you mean I wasn't any help?
Just what I said.
Are you starting, Alice? Are you trying to start something on Christmas Eve?
No, but I don't see why it took you an hour to go 2 blocks to get some potato salad.
Oh, you don't? Well, I had a little trouble getting a cab.
Don't get cute, Ralph. Don't get cute. I work like a dog all day, trying to get all this stuff ready. And I'll scream if you start getting cute.
I'm not trying to be cute, Alice. If you had waited a minute, I would have told you why it took so long.
You don't have to tell me, I know. You were down at Joe the bartender's.
That's right. That's right. I was down Joe the bartender's. And now, Mrs. Edgar Hoover, can you tell me why I was down at Joe the bartender's?
For the same reason you're there every other night in the year.
Well, I'm very sorry, my little crime detective, but that's not why at all. Alice, I tell you, it was fantastic.
What are you talking about?
There was some guy down there by the name of Reggie Van Gleason. He bought out the whole joint for the whole night. Everything's on the house, except liquor. He says that ain't the spirit of Christmas. But they can have all the food and all the soft drinks they want for nothing.
Well, if it's for free, everybody in the neighborhood must be there.
In the neighborhood? Are you kidding? There's cars outside with Connecticut license plates on them. Boy, what a mob.
Ralph,
Yeah?
where'd you get this potato salad?
What difference does it make?
Because I told you to go to Krause's and you went across the street to DeVito's.
Oh, so what?
If I told you once, I told you 1,000 times. If you want provolone or sausage, you go to DeVito's. If you want potato salad, you go to Krause's.
I hope you're not going to start in. I hope you're not going to start in and tell me to take this potato salad over to DeVito's and then go 2 blocks down to Krause's for potato salad. I hope you're not going to tell me that.
I'm going to tell it to you. I'm going to tell it to you. I'm not going to ask you. I'm going to tell you.
You're telling me? You're telling me?
I'm telling you.
All right. All right. I am going to Krause's now, but I'm not going to your mother's tomorrow.
Come in.
Joshua? I just saw him stamping down the steps.
He's trying to act like the head of the family again.
Hey, Alice, everything looks wonderful.
Thank you, Trixie, but I'm dead tired.
Alice,
Yeah?
did you find out
Find out what?
what Ralph's given you?
No, not yet.
Would you like to hear what Ed gave me?
He gave you a gift already?
Oh, he couldn't wait to give it to me.
What did he give you, Trixie? Tell me.
I'll tell you. You ready? An orange juice squeezer.
An orange juice squeezer.
Oh, this isn't an ordinary orange juice squeezer. This is a statue of Napoleon.
Napoleon.
Yeah, you squeeze the orange on Napoleon's head, and the juice squirts out of his ears.
Well, it's different.
Different? I could have got a better gift than that if I was a loser on a quiz show.
Do that, at least for sure.
Yes? Somebody named Fenwick Babbitt. He says he's supposed to deliver a keg of beer here.
A keg of beer? Who could have sent that?
Bring it in.
How do you do? I'm sorry I can't tip my hat.
Oh, don't worry about that. Yeah, I know that must be terribly heavy. I'll find a place for you to set it down.
You're a nice lady.
Put it right over there.
Over there? Yes, ma'am.
Not right there. I think it'd be better over there.
Yes, ma'am.
Just a minute. I'm awfully sorry. I know it's heavy, but put it right there.
You're a nice lady. Now, if you'll get a pan, I'll go outside and get the ice.
All right. Hey, Trixie, I haven't got a pan to hold the ice. Could you run up and lend me one?
Sure, be glad to.
Good. Would you care for a sandwich?
No, ma'am.
You care for some fruit?
No, ma'am.
You care for a cold drink?
No, ma'am. Does that lady live in the neighborhood?
Right upstairs.
That's nice.
Alice, I haven't got a pan large enough either.
Oh, that's a shame. What can we do?
Why don't you put it in the sink?
Oh, that's an idea. Put it in the sink. Put it in.
You're a nice lady. Well, just a few well-aimed blows, and you'll be all ready.
Go right ahead.
Yes, ma'am. I hit my finger. Well, I'll start in again, Mrs. Murphy.
What you say?
I said I'll start in again, Mrs. Murphy.
My name ain't Murphy.
Your name ain't Murphy.
No.
Meet Maggie Murphy down on the first floor.
On the first floor.
Hey, you big lummox, you're in the wrong apartment. Get that thing out of here.
Yes, ma'am. So, Mrs. Murphy, lift up here.
Merry Christmas.
You're a nice lady.
In the few Honeymooners sketches that preceded this special Christmas story, Jackie Gleason had already made two very important changes. The first was the creation of Ed Norton as Ralph's neighbor and best friend, probably the most successful comedy relationship on television. The second was to recast the role of Ed's wife, Trixie. Jackie and his cast were on their way to a special place in television history. Let's get back to the Honeymooners as Ed Norton makes his first appearance of the evening and introduces Broadway musical star Miss Jane Pickens.
What did it say, Alice?
Hi.
Hi, Trixie. Hey, I got a surprise for you.
Another surprise?
Listen, guess who I got waiting outside in the hall?
Who?
Guess.
I don't know, but if he's got a keg of beer, he's been here already.
It's not a he, it's a she. Now, wait a minute, I'll give you a hint. It's somebody that you were in vaudeville with. Her initials are J.P.
It can't be. Well, it is. Jane Pickens. Oh,
You really did come. Oh, I told you I was coming. I'm on my way over to the Waldorf to the cotillion ball, but here I am.
Alice, I want you to meet the dearest friend I had in vaudeville. Jane, this is Alice Kramden.
It's certainly an honor to know you, Jane.
Thank you, Alice. What a pretty tree. Everything looks so Christmassy. I'm so glad I came.
Hey, Jane, why don't you stay overnight? I'll bring up the folding bed from the cellar.
Will you shut up?
Now, don't worry, listen. Ed, you never will change, will you, darling?
Janie, I never change.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Joe the bartender.
Oh, it's...
Hey there, wait there, go! Hi, Alice.
Hi, Joe.
Hiya, Trixie.
Hi, Joe.
Hi, Ed. What do you say, Joe?
Oh, Joe, I'd like you to meet Jane Pickens. Jane, this is Joe the bartender.
How do you do, Joe?
I want you to know that I deem it an honor.
Well, that's very kind. It's so nice to meet you.
Boy. Well, I want to tell you all will be down a joint tonight. I never saw anything like it. This guy, Reggie Van Gleason, buys out the whole joint. I'm telling you, we got the whole place with red and green lights, you know. All the lights on the Christmas tree are lit up. It's really a pretty sight. And the funny part about it, nobody's drinking. It's the first time I ever saw the place lit up with the customers not. Oh, and Duddy Duddleson's there, too. You know, I didn't think he could make it on account of last week he was in the hospital. You know how he likes movies. Well, anyway, he goes to see this Navy picture. You know, it's about the Navy. And he sits through it 3 times. He's up on the 3rd balcony. And he gets a little drowsy around the 3rd time, and he falls asleep. All of a sudden, the guy in the picture yells out, "Man overboard!" And he dives over at them. Oh, and Moriarty, the undertaker, come in. He was wrapping packages with his wife. He was a little late. She made him stop. He was nailing the top of the boxes down. He's a con. Oh, yeah. Fatso Fogarty's there, too. He started a fight with everybody. See, we got a little hunk of mistletoe hanging up in the middle of the ceiling. And Fatso's wife is there. She weighs about 400 pounds. So everybody was kissing her. On account of no matter where she's standing in the joint, she's under the mistletoe. Oh, hey, I forgot to tell you. There's some guy down there by the name of the Poor Soul or something. And he ain't got no friends, nothing. He's just roaming around. Everything he tries to do, he does wrong. So Fatso Fogarty and him are standing on line, waiting to get to the free lunch counter. And the Poor Soul's standing there about an hour. Finally he gets to the counter, and the only thing left is 1 sausage. So the Poor Soul picks it up off of the plate, but instead of eating it, he puts it inside of his coat. Well, this is a little suspicious to me, so I edge up to him, you know. And I look in there, what do you think he's got? A little kitten he brought in from out of the cove. So Fatso Fogarty's mad at him for taking the last sausage. So he has an idea, he wants to play a little trick on him. Well, he goes over to his wife, and Fatso tears a rhinestone out of his wife's dress. Then he gets up in a chair, and he says, "I got a special announcement to make." He says, "You," pointing to the Poor Soul, "are the 1 millionth customer to walk into this saloon. So we would like to present you with this genuine white diamond." And he hands it to the Poor Soul. And from the way the Poor Soul looked, I guess he never got a present in his life before, you know. Tears come to his eyes and everything. And then he wrapped it up in a little handkerchief and put it into a little purse he carries. It was pretty sad. I didn't think it was much of a joke.
I think that's a terrible trick to play on a poor fellow like that.
Yeah.
Look, Joe, when you get back, will you send him up here? We'll give him a real gift.
Hey, that's awful nice, Alice. Sure, I'll send him up. Oh, Miss Pickens. I would deem it another honor if you would accompany me to my joint and say hello to everybody.
Why, Joe, I think that would be a fascinating thing to do. I'd love to do it.
You would?
Yes, of course I would.
Well, is this your rap?
It is.
Well, let me rap you.
Will you? Oh.
Here you are, ladies. I dropped your bag.
Yes, well, you pick it up, won't you, Joe?
Here you are, hon.
Fine.
Hey, that's a nice piece of crepe you got there.
Did I? Glad you like it. My bag? It is so nice to be here, Alice. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, Trixie, dear.
Good night.
Good night,
Jane.
Ed. See you soon and Merry Christmas.
You bet. Boy,
Bye.
this dame's got real class. Hey, Alex, what are you going to get for a present for this poor soul?
Hey, what can I give him?
Hey, wait a minute. I got an idea. How about giving him one of my monogrammed handkerchiefs?
But they may not be his initials.
They're not mine either. Just something that showed up in the laundry.
Oh, no, Ed, I don't think that'd do.
Suppose I go up and look around the tree. Maybe I'll find something.
Hey, wait a minute, Trixie. Don't do nothing like that. Tomorrow, my relatives are coming over. They're all going to be sitting around a tree looking.
If I know your relatives, they'll be sitting in the tree.
Hey, Trixie, you keep that up, and Rudolph the reindeer ain't going to be the only one with a red nose.
I know what I'll do. My mother gave Ralph a tie, and he'll never wear it. I'll just take the card off the box.
Good idea. Okay. Hey, it's that guy, the poor soul.
Just a little rhinestone, but he thought it was a diamond. It's one of the nicest gifts I've ever received. I'm always going to keep this.
Sure makes you misty, all right.
Well, guess I'll go upstairs and get another handkerchief.
This special show took a fair amount of rehearsal, which is something that Jackie Gleason rarely did. Gleason had a photographic memory, and he could remember virtually every word of a script after reading it just once. Jackie hated rehearsals. He hated doing the same material over and over. Sometimes he would run through a sketch only once. But this Christmas show was different. He had to change costumes 6 times. So what Gleason rehearsed that week was changing clothes and makeup so that the other actors knew how long they would be on stage without him. Now remember, everything was being done live in front of a national audience. And as you'll see, they did a truly remarkable job.
Hey, biggest Christmas carols on television tonight.
Television isn't working.
Oh, what a shame.
I sent for the repairman 3 days ago, but I guess with the Christmas rush, he's busy. Get the door.
Sure been busy here today. This must be a shortcut to Joe's.
Yeah.
And who might you be?
I might be Santa Claus, but I'm not.
right, Trixie. It's Rudy the repairman. He's here to fix the television.
Hey, is this the patient?
Yeah.
What are the symptoms?
Well, we get 2, 4, and 7 all right. But when a plane passes by, we don't get 11 and 13. 9's all right. But when we use the iron, 4, 2, and 11 don't work. But 13 does. And the funny thing is, 2 and 5 work all right.
You don't need a repairman. You need a bookkeeper. Well, let's get on with the job. Will you get out of the way, lady? I'm very busy. This is Christmas Eve. Hey, Whitey! Come on in. Did you park the car all right?
I can't stand it myself. I can stand it. I can stand it. I got it. Yeah. I can stand it. I can stand it. Done.
Well, when we go down, we'll shove the horse in the back of the truck. There is something wrong with the set, White. Something seems to be mixed up in there. I know how to fix it, of course. These things don't bother me. I've been taking care of them for a long time. I suppose you're wondering whether I could fix an apparatus like this.
Oh, yes, I am.
Well, for your information, my grandfather invented the first TV set in 1873.
In 1873?
Yeah, in 18... Oh, I'd like to belt you one. In 1873, took a little bale and wire, some wood, solder and iron, a couple of tubes, put it all together and plugged it in.
Did it work?
Certainly not. There was no electricity then. Get behind that, White. Take it easy. Take it easy. Get behind there. See what it is. Round a town, a town, a town, a town, a town. Town, a town, a town. You two girls live together? Well, what is it?
Look at this, look at this. All right, that's about enjoy the part.
I didn't hear that last part.
Second, third, second, I'm on.
Oh. He had to plug it in. You didn't have it plugged in. Turn on the switch. It'll work like that, lady. Well, there's your answer.
What answer?
You got a short in your set.
A short causes an explosion like that?
Show her, Whitey. All right, pal, let's get going. He says Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Go on, Whitey.
How do you like that? DiMaggio retired. Why don't they take a hint? That's right.
Well, there's one thing to be thankful for. We still got it on trial.
Hey, I was just looking out the window upstairs. I seen two guys shoving a dead horse into a truck.
They were here to fix the television set.
They found a horse in the set?
Yeah, stupid. He was killed in the Gene Autry picture.
Trixie, I don't want to hit you on Christmas, but I thought I heard somebody. Oh, what do you say? Come on in, kid. All right.
Mr. Norton, you ready to take me?
I'm all ready to take you down to Joe.
Where do you think you're going?
Listen, I'm taking the Cardenas kid down to Joe the bartender. This guy's a terrific juggler.
It's really good, huh?
I said terrific. Oh, by the way, this is Art Carney. This is my wife, Trixie. Now, come on, show me stuff, kid. Put a pocket down over here. We'll go. Where do you see this boy? That's Is he terrific, huh? Tell me the truth, the truth.
He's wonderful. You certainly are, kid. You're ready for the big time.
Yeah, you hear what she said for my wife, boy. That's a compliment. She knows. She once did a bit part in the John Bowles picture. As soon as I finish polishing him up a little bit, boy, he'll be ready for the big time. We're going out to Joe the bartender now. We'll see you later. Okay?
Of all the characters that he ever created, Jackie said that Reggie Van Gleason III was his favorite. Rich and flamboyant, he was the character which Jackie Gleason was to become most like in real life. Act 4 of our holiday Honeymooners special concludes with Reggie and... Whatever happened to Ralph and the potato salad?
He's always trying to do something for somebody.
Yeah, you're right, Alice, but sometimes he's a little trying. Like when we were first married and he had that get-rich-quick scheme.
What was that?
Well, I'll tell you what it was, Alice. Although I must admit nobody ever thought of it before. It was an invention. He figured out a way to make automobile tires last forever. You see, Ed read somewhere that dirigibles are filled with helium to keep them up in the air. So he figured he'd put the helium in the automobile tires instead of air. This would raise the tires 3 inches above the ground.
Yeah, but if the tires weren't touching the ground, how could the car how could it go?
Well, he had that figured out, too. He wanted him to build the roads 3 inches higher.
Hey, he's coming. He's coming.
Who's coming?
Reggie Van Gleason. He's on his way up now. And a Merry Christmas to one and all. Ho, ho, ho.
A few gifts for the Yuletide season. To you, an East Indian curio, an elephant's tooth filled with cannibal. To you, my dear, a book, a guide to the second-best hotels in Rangoon. And for you, my friend, a genuine hand-carved mahogany bicycle clip. And now, if you'll permit me, a group of entertainers who I am taking around with me this evening. Boys, come in. Step right in, my friends. Right that way. A good group from Jimmy Ryan's Cafe. Girls, come in. Are you ready, men? Go! My clothing. Oh, almost forgot. See you later, Sam.
Before leaving, may I wish you all a merry Yuletide and a happy turning of the calendar. Wow. Hey, how about that guy, huh, boy? I think he's all right in my book.
Oh, boy, what a day. What a day it's been for me.
I'm afraid to leave. Margaret Truman might walk in.
Yeah.
You know, that Van Gleason guy's really all right. He must be a millionaire.
Millionaire, of course he is. I bet he's the kind of a guy that gets his shirt collar dirty, changes his whole shirt. No kidding, boy. You should have seen the car that he rode up in front of Joe the bartender. Said, oh, looked like the Super Chiefs. He's sitting there in the back seat there, watching wrestling.
You mean he has a television set in his car?
Oh, wrestling.
Oh, it must be wonderful to be rich, huh?
Yeah, well, we'll never know what that feels like.
Hey, what are you beefing about? You got a lot of things women would love to have and they can't have.
Yeah,
you got things that money can't buy.
Yeah, that's the only thing she gets me, things money can't buy.
All right, wise guy, just name me one thing that you haven't got that you like and I'll get it for you.
Oh, I wish you meant that, Ed. Because I saw something in a store window today that just thrilled me. It's something a woman wears on her hands and it makes them lovely. Even when I'm washing the dishes, I'd be able to see it. Why, when I'm washing your shirts and socks, I could look down and still be able to see your gift. You know what it is, Ed?
Rubber gloves.
Well, I guess we'll be going, Alice. Merry Christmas,
Merry
sweetie.
Christmas, Trixie.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, Alice, and the same to Ralph.
Ralph. Ralph!
What's the matter, Alice?
What's the matter? I sent him for potato salad an hour ago. He hasn't come back yet.
Well, look, maybe you can decorate the tree with something else. Pretty good joke, Alice.
Well, good night, Alice.
Good night.
You ain't got no sense of humor no more.
I wonder where he could have gone. Ralph, what happened?
Tell him who I am.
Ralph Kramden, of course.
Tell him who you are.
I'm his wife.
Tell him where I live.
Here.
Tell him what I left here for.
Potato salad.
Tell him where I had to go for.
Krauses.
You satisfied?
Just doing my duty, that's all. Well, Merry Christmas to you.
Yeah.
Ralph, what happened?
What happened? I'll tell you what happened. I took the potato salad across the street to Vita's. Then I went down to Krause's 2 blocks to get more potato salad. I get there and all the lights are out. I figure Krause is in the back sleeping as usual. I go around to the back and I rap on the window. No response. I figure Krause is hard of hearing, so I rap a little louder. I knock out the window. A burglar alarm starts to ring. I start to run. People are opening windows, throwing shoes at me, yelling, "Stop thief!" A cop shoots a shot in the air, and I stop. He comes up to me and arrests me. That's what happened. Now are you satisfied?
Gee, I'm sorry. I told him to laugh. He's such a money. Stop thief.
Know something? Boy, what a dope I am. You know, I guess that's why we get along so good, Alice. I guess every now and then I give you a laugh or something. You know, whenever we're in trouble or anything and we get a laugh, things look a lot brighter. You know, I figured it out. This is our 13th Christmas together. And every one of them we're doing better.
That's exactly the way I feel about it.
Hey, let's exchange the gifts now.
Sure. Ralph,
Oh.
Merry Christmas, Ralph.
Gee, fur-lined gloves. Gee, I really wanted them, Alice. They'll come right handy when I'm driving the bus. Oh. Merry Christmas.
Gee, I was hoping you'd like it.
I do.
It's practical, too. You see, you just squeeze the orange on Napoleon's head, and the juice squirts out of the ear.
The holiday season is all about friends and family and the special joy that we get from and give to the people we love. Ralph Kramden had some people who cared about him, and Jackie Gleason had millions more. For 2 generations, the Honeymooners have given us a special kind of laughter, the kind you can share with friends. Thank you for helping bring back these special Honeymooners Christmas memories from more than 40 years ago. On behalf of the Kramdens and the Nortons and all of their friends, this is Paul Reiser wishing you and yours the happiest of holidays.
Here's what's coming your way on the Disney Channel.